What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you, Madden 19. I want you to watch this video through and give me a logical explanation for this. DDA, dynamic difficulty adjustment, or game scripting, however you want to go about it, I call it a rule of threes. Third down, third game online, Madden is going to present some challenges to you that just don't make logical sense. We're going to start with this 1st and 10, and we're going to look at what happens. I'm not going to do a total breakdown, but we're just going to understand some concept here. Trubisky drops back. There is no pressure, clean pocket. Coverage is very off in terms of these receivers. You can see there's a wide open receiver there. The defender there, number 21, doesn't leap for this pass. It's just an inaccurate pass. I mean, if we're being forgiving, it's off by what? Maybe 10 feet. It's also too high for the receiver. There's no one back behind him. So now if you're talking about playing against Trubisky, he's an inaccurate quarterback. Inaccurate on that pass. Fair enough. Move on. Talk about this sack. We're going to focus on awareness. Quarterback presence. Goes to roll out of the pocket. I'm controlling this lineman. I offer that to you because I am running to where I believe the quarterback is going. The game actually has the quarterback run into his own lineman, and then he gets sacked anyway. So in 2 plays, I've seen an inaccurate quarterback and a quarterback with low presence as to where he is in the pocket running into linemen. So now third down. 3rd and 17, not very convertible in terms of real-life NFL standards, play with a low percentage of success. We see the same thing start to happen. Trubisky goes back, really for no reason. He starts to roll over, almost runs in his lineman again, but the head tracking here is critical. He's staring down the check-down receiver, and at the last moment, you can see he turns and throws the ball to a receiver he was never even looking at. Now, when we go back over and look at the coverage, a little bit late on this route mirror, but I also think it's important that this distance that's given up here is actually made back in animation form. I say that because if you watch closely, I go into a tackle animation now, yards away from the player, and then I'm shifted back into the tackle animation again as if the game is making up for the ground that it just gave to that receiver. So now they've miraculously converted this third down. Let's go to the next play. Because again, we're looking at things sequentially. Now you have another clean pocket, another open receiver, and yet, for some reason, this is another pass that is wildly inaccurate. You know, why does this happen? I understand the game needs to be competitive. I understand the game needs to provide a challenge, but it's so fundamentally incorrect as to how the game does it. It takes players from looking like they can't play football. They run into each other. They can't hit the broadside of a barn. And then they become unstoppable and then go right back to where they were before. There's no continuity in how these players actually play in the game from one play to the next until, like I said, you hit that third down or you hit that third game online where all of a sudden you feel like nothing you do is going to prevent you from not getting beat. Love to know if you guys have these experiences or have an opinion on this. I appreciate you checking out, and you know that I'll be back in the week with more commentary.